Dee, we're at the Stormont Hotel here. Conor's just signed a 3-year deal with Mark Dunlop. What can you tell us about him? You've worked with him in the past. What can you tell about the young man?
One thing I could tell you about Mark is that he has a structure in place, and if he wants you to go to the top, he will have a way to make you get to the top. And I know this for sure because he almost got me to the top, but obviously I cut my career premature. So when it comes to Conor's a lot more dedication than I have. He's a lot more talent than I have. So I know for a fact that Conor will get to the top.
You say the top, do you mean like a world champion, a European
100%.
champion? Or?
Not only do I think that he'd be European champion, world champion, but I think he'd actually be multiple world champion, believe it or not. It may be a big statement or whatever, but see, because I know Conor, I've known Conor since he was a young kid, and even when I was boxing, I can remember I used to mess about with Conor when it came to body shot sparring or even just sparring itself. I can remember at the time thinking, this kid is special.
Many people won't have witnessed Conor fighting. What sort of fighter is he?
Oh, Conor's an attacking fighter, but at the same time he's an attacking fighter that doesn't get hit much, which means he's a counter punching, go forward fighter, which is a nightmare for absolutely anybody. Do you know what I mean? At the same time he's won 7 All-Ireland titles. He didn't win them because he's anything. You don't win 7 All-Ireland titles because you're crap. At the same time, you win 7 All-Ireland titles because you're the best in the country. And I think if Conor had actually stayed on amateur ways, that he actually would have won a lot more than he already did. He would have made Olympic teams, he would have made Commonwealth Games teams. Unfortunately, because of coronavirus and stuff like that he didn't get to. But at the same time, I know how good Conor is, and he would have made them teams.
You seem pleased to be working with him.
Big time, because I know Conor as a person, because I trained Conor one-to-ones for about maybe 2 months before he went to Australia. Me and Conor done a lot of one-to-ones together, because it says I know Conor from he's a kid, and I was like, love to see him doing well. But I'm really pleased that he's training with me now, because one, I will want to see what's best for him all the time, and two, I know how good he can be, and because I know how good he can be, I can also progress him on what he's doing. So I'm really looking forward to training him.
It's a 3-year deal he signed. He fights first time in March at the Stormont Hotel. You going to take him slowly after that? He's like, take it easy. And
I don't even care if he's pushed on more than that, because he was telling me today about this bond that he's been having with a couple of world champions that was out in Australia with the Maloney's and stuff like that there. And see if Conor was to fight for a British title in 3-4 months, I genuinely couldn't care. I think he'd be ready for it right now, because I know how fit Conor is. I know that he looks after himself when it comes to nutrition. He doesn't drink. He's got a girlfriend there who both family together, and I know he lives a really good life. So at the same time, if he was to fight for a British title within a year, or 4, 5, 6 months, I genuinely couldn't care, because I know how good Conor is, and I know that he looks after himself.
it must be great for a man like yourself training to have somebody like Mark in Belfast that starting to manage fighters and bring fights back here as well. There's big talks about tennis, and McCarthy could go to the Odyssey or whatever, you know. So.
Well, there's talk of tennis for fighting Laura's, and it's nothing but good for Belfast. And tennis is trained by Tony Dunlop, which is a good thing. Tom McCarthy is trained by Pete Taylor. I'm going to be training Conor. If all 3 of them fighters are able to get on them belts, then that's brilliant for the city of Belfast, because there's also a lot of great fighters who I also train, like Lewis Crocker and stuff like that there. So if they're really getting on their belts, then I'm really pleased. So more big nights for Belfast the better, whether it's James, whether it's Tommy, whether it's Conor, whether it's Lewis. I'm really pleased for them all.
Dee, that's sort of me. Thank you very much.
But thank you, mate.